Hi everybody, it's Precious Pioneer and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the channel where we talk about food, kindness, entrepreneurship, and a little bit about my lifestyle, I suppose. If that kind of thing inspires you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. That would really help to just support me and the creation of these videos. But if you're here for the cookie entrepreneurship side, I do have a series. I'll leave it up here for you guys. Today, we're going to be talking about different online strategies for your cookie business. I know that it can be a little bit challenging navigating social media, Google ads, and all these different things. Today, I'm going to give you a general breakdown of what to expect and what to look for when you're creating your online marketing strategy for your cookie business, your bakery business, and all of the above. Okay, so the first thing that you're probably going to need is your business website. I would say that it's absolutely essential depending on how you go about it, but whether that's Wix or Squarespace or whatever it is, usually they're like $250 annually. So if you don't have the money right now and you're just trying to get started, then maybe save that, use that as a saving plan to incorporate into your marketing strategy. But for the people who are ready to go and looking to create your very first website, this is kind of where you want to initiate a lot of the aspects that we talked about in creating your business plan. So you're going to want to incorporate, it's basically going to be a hub of all the information that kind of expresses your brand, your location, contact information, your menu items, your prices, and all these different things. It's all going to be tied into your website and however you want to represent yourself as your own personal company. I would say, I don't know if it's just a personal preference, but I would say that aesthetics are incredibly important. So if you're an older mom and pop and you're really not sure how to design your own website or whatever it is, I recommend paying somebody to do it. And I hate to say that, but that's really what it comes down to, because you can definitely see the difference in quality between a really high, like really sleek, really beautiful website as someone who kind of just scrapped it together and clearly didn't look like they knew what they were doing, because all of these little subliminal like judgments that we make as a consumer, as a guest, we're going to put into that product. And so you can have the best cookies, the best baked goods, the best everything, but if your website looks kind of just thrown together, I would recommend exporting those tasks. Fiverr, Upwork, other freelance artists are really good at designing websites. That's going to be another however much money. I would say, I think they do it for maybe like $100 plus. So if that's not in your budget and you don't know what you're doing, don't worry, there are definitely different ways to market your cookie company and all these different things. I do have other marketing videos that I'll leave everything up there for you guys to click on and explore, but these are just the very specific things that I want you guys to focus on, because if you have a website, make sure it's really nice, that has all your information, and that it's aesthetically pleasing. Sell the dream. When I buy a cookie and I go to your website, or when I buy a baked good from you, what am I going to experience? You know, and you can't really just list out your whole story of like, you're going to experience X, Y, and Z. You really want to share in the visual of what it is. And so something that I did, I had the vegan cookie company, right? And so I had vibrant colors and freshness and all these different things. And so I really pushed for that. So I had pictures of avocados, honey, the honey farm, and all these different things of places where I got the ingredients. And so it kind of transported you in a way and created a sense of familiarity. Wow, I can't think of that word, but how to pronounce it. But a sense of community, because people were able to recognize a lot of the places that I put on my website, like, oh yeah, this is where I get my fresh ingredients. It's right down the street from me. That's something that I really wanted to push, so people immediately understood what they were getting out of my product, out of my brand. So whether that's you and you're promoting family and community, then show pictures of family and community, people eating your cookies, people at local events in your town eating your delicious treats. You know, put all of the beautiful pictures, the videos, and all these different things. Tell your story on your landing page. Whether you are selling chocolate, you know, use really nice dark browns and light browns and show like the drizzle, show you show the video and footage behind the scenes of you making it, of you and your daughters baking together to make these, show like the family, show what everything that you want your company to represent, because people aren't going to just connect those dots for you. And if you leave like a really long landing page of words, no one's really going to read all of that anyway. So people eat with their eyes. So show them the visuals that you want on your website. That was a really long tangent, but there you go. Okay, so social media. Social media can be kind of tricky, a little bit overwhelming. If you don't have the budget to create your own website yet, social media is your best friend because it is free. When you go the free route, you trade out what you would pay for hard work and a lot of time and engagement. And so with Facebook, Instagram, like I said before, people really eat with their eyes. So show them videos, pictures of everything that you're creating from the behind the scenes. Let them into the kitchen, let them see what you're doing. People really love that. With Facebook, you can create Facebook groups and pages where people can have a Q&A about your different products, and you can share them with your friends and things like that. And that's really, really great for word of mouth. If you can use Instagram as a strategy to hit up all of the famous people in your area, and Instagram gives you the opportunity to network with these people and just DM them and message them and be like, hey, I'm a huge fan of you. You live in my town. I'm a small cookie company. Can I just send you a free half dozen of cookies or desserts, just to show my support? I would love for you, if you enjoy it, I would love for you to share it on your page or whatever it may be. And that's like a business exchange. You give them something for free, and if they really enjoy it, then they'll share it with their millions of followers or whoever. And that's really kind of how social media works. You can ask the higher up or the influencers to market your product in your area, or you could reach out to all the food bloggers in your area and be like, hey, I make these cookies, I can send you some, and you can write about it. You want to reach to people who already have an audience, because you are starting from zero. And so to grow it, you talk to people a little bit higher. And to be honest, the first five people may not respond to you, and it may be a little bit discouraging, but you should hit up 100+ people like every single day. And it can be super sweet, super genuine. And most of the time, I'm not going to say most of the time, but I would say at least half of the time you'll get a response. And then maybe like 20% of the time people will say yes. But that 20% of the time is a huge amount of engagement, because if one person has like those thousands of followers or whoever it may be, then that could really just impact the word of mouth in your area. And I think there was a study, I can't remember, but like for people to remember a company or a brand, they have to see it or come across it 6 times. I want to say 6 times is like the magic number. Let me look it up and I'll leave it right here. But basically, so that could be their first interaction with your business. And then suddenly the second time they see it is on their scrolling through their Facebook page or on Twitter or whatever it may be. So you want to increase the amount of chances that someone will engage with your company, your brand, your product. And the best way to naturally grow in your community is to be the community expert. Sprinkle your 2 cents when nobody is asking. So if you see on Twitter and Facebook groups or whatever it may be, specific questions related to certain cookie questions that you will definitely know, but other people may not know, like, hey, what is a really good egg substitute if I'm trying to have a vegan cookie recipe? Or like, what kind of chocolate is great for the local area? All these different questions that you may know as a baker, just respond to all of these people, all of these questions, and then people will grow to recognize your company as something who knows what they're talking about and can provide information and value to people. And when people get information and value, it kind of makes them feel good. So if anything, they may just click on your page and be like, oh, they sell cookies too? That makes a lot of sense. And then they'll give you a follow, and then they'll become a customer or a guest. So that's something to definitely consider. Sprinkle your 2 cents everywhere. Wrapping up, of course, there are Google AdWords and search engine SEOs and all these different things that you can definitely put money into advertisement. But assuming that you guys are starting up, I definitely don't recommend that for your first, unless you have it in your budget to first go into that, because like I said, starting your website can be around $250 just to get your domain name and your website up. And so spending all of your money into marketing instead of your actual company and ingredient testing and and recipe testing that's where I think a lot of your money should go when you're first starting up. So that's very important, and I definitely keep that in mind. But if you do have the budget to put into marketing, definitely look into research in your local area of what questions people are asking, the best keywords to use in your products and ingredients and all these different things. I'll do a different video for marketing SEO strategy, because that's a whole nother thing that takes a lot of work, a lot of time, and a lot of information. But I just wanted to throw that out there as part of your marketing strategy. If it's not in your budget now, that's something you can definitely save and work towards, because as your company grows, then so does your money and your income, and then your budget grows bigger. And then you can just use some of that money towards marketing or ads if you preferred that route as well. And the last tip that I have for you guys, don't underestimate the deals and the promos. I know that it's becoming so normalized, but I think it's normalized because it works. It's very effective. People, guests love free things. Like if someone said, hey, all you have to do is follow my channel and I'll send you a dozen cookies and whatever, that sounds pretty reasonable. So don't underestimate your launch. Like if you are just launching your website, or if you're doing anything special, make sure you hype it up so you can get a lot of followers or guests who are paying attention to your giveaway deals and different promotional things. You can definitely incorporate that into your marketing strategy. I hope that you found this video helpful. I know that marketing can kind of be a nightmare because there's so many different avenues that you can kind of go about it, but this was just a general video just so you can start thinking about it and how to incorporate it into your business when you're first starting out, especially your online business. If you don't have a physical location, then people don't see you on the day-to-day, so you really got to push your own agenda, your own dream, I suppose. But I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any other questions, then go ahead and leave that in the comments below. But without further ado, bye guys. See you next time.